Alright, welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. This will be part 26, 27, Planescape Torment. I pay attention to things. So we've made it to Ravel's garden and she's currently walking around. I'm assuming, I know we're going to have to talk to her and I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of battle. So what we're going to do is just get a bit prepared. I know the bandages aren't doing that much, but I figure, you know, they're not damaged enough to use like a proper potion. So let's just get that up a little bit. I'm going to get Grace to pre-bless us.
Yes.
Let's find a way out of here before this place grows on us, okay?
Okay, so there's that one. Just trying to remember what all of these do. This is like the hardest thing when it comes to these games. It's just remembering. Oh, okay, so she's only got those spells left. Cool, no worries.
Endure.
Wait, no.
In enduring.
Those were her special skills. Whatever, I know what I'm doing. Protection from evil. Okay, I thought that would be an area of effect, but that's cool. Him too.
I hear your words.
And then could you do... maybe that or Mort. Okay, so we're gonna keep the mages
Yes, my master.
up here because I'm not quite sure if she's gonna summon people.
What's up?
Let's get these guys.
I'm here. A pleasure.
And then I
I'm
desperately want to see if I can get Anna to hide in shadows.
Might as well.
And maybe get a sneak attack out of her. But we'll see how that goes. Oh, where's Ignis going?
Like a shadow I am.
Done.
Alright, here we go. The plump, hooked-nosed crone before you doesn't look much like a myth. She is outfitted in a simple, if dirty, brown shirt and leggings with a number of pouches hanging from her frayed belt. She seems oblivious to your presence, more concerned with the tangled black roots woven together to form the floor of the maze than anything transpiring around her. I shall study her for a moment. A tangle of jagged grey hair juts from beneath the crone's hood, spreading down her shoulders like a mass of twisted grey roots. Sickly blue-grey flesh hangs in loose folds from her face. Her narrow chin, long and sharp, juts forward in an extreme underbite, and two filthy yellow canines protrude from her lower jaw like small tusks. Ravel? The crone's voice is thick and scratchy, as if trying to force its way past layers of dust. Her eyes are a dull, bloody red, with black veins running through them like tree branches. As she gazes at you, a strange crawling sensation passes through you, like snakes burrowing beneath your skin. Greetings, Ravel.
Well, now, my pretty thing. Have you returned at last? You were gone so long. I feared you forgot poor, lonely Ravel.
I did forget for a time. Now I have returned. Have you? But what has returned? She squints at you with her black-veined eyes and hisses softly. Let Ravel see how you've fared in this life. She reaches out as if to caress you, and you suddenly notice her fingers are talons, each fingernail filthy and wickedly sharp. Okay, I feel like letting... I'm gonna let her touch me. Her ragged talons trace their way across your skin, and in their wake you feel the same strange tingling sensation you felt when Ravel first looked at you. Her eyes dim somewhat, and her talons slide gently along the contours of your face, lingering on your scars. I'm gonna wait. Ravel's finger withdraws, and she looks at you sadly. Oh, sad, sad, broken half thing, all a pieces. She squints at you again. No longer the one Ravel knew, are you? Are you still a broken? After all this sad, sad time? Broken, what do you mean? A body you possess, but a body of knowledge you do not. She points her ragged talon at your chest, at your scars. Many and such scars you have. All are scrawled on your skin. Many tales does your skin tell. What tales does my skin tell? Your scars and tattoos shout to me. Here is a man in confrontation with the world. Ravel makes a crooning noise, not unlike a dying bird. Yes, such tales as would shrivel even a hag's ears. Tell me these tales, I would know them. The tales are many. They echo of balance, imbalance, trials of war, battles with fiendish elements, and a creature that feeds on others from afar to sustain itself, and of torments. Such torments flesh has never known. Balance, imbalance? Divided in two you were when your mortality was peeled from you. No longer balanced, much a broken in separation, both a blessing and a mistake. But more mistake than blessing, Ravel thinks. You took my mortality. How? Forgotten the how of it, I have I? Ravel's gaze dims for a moment, the black veins swimming in her eyes. And even if I remembered it, I would never do it twice. Not forgotten the moment, have I, after the break, a-seeing the pain stream from your veins, your cries like a wailing child, every bit of your being filled with emptiness, terrible even for these eyes. So that's why I feel hollow inside, because my mortality is gone? Very well, what are these other tales in my skin? Trials of war. Great, great trials of war. Much, too much to be borne by any mortal thing. What war? Where? This war touches all, my precious half-man. There is no place where its caress is not felt. Did it touch you? Ravel's voice drops, almost bitter. To this, Ravel says, I. That would explain the scars. What are these other tales my skin tells? Battles with fiendish elements? Two fiends butt heads, Ravel sniffs, as if in contempt. Their tiny heads filled with ideas of how the planes should be, yet can never be, or the planes they would be no longer. Such foolishness. I'm not certain I understand. What are these other tales? A creature that feeds on others from afar. No base hungers do you feel, but far, far more terrible ones boil beneath your skin, and such a cost. Hungers? What do you mean? I know not. Not? Not the creature, nor the cause of these hungers, but heed this. Coming events cast their shadows before them, my precious half-man. There is no assaying of what these events will be, not even with Ravel's eyes. Very well. What are these other tales? And these torments. What are these torments you speak of?
updated my journal.
A lodestone pulls iron to it, and so do you, my precious half-man. But it is not iron, but tormented souls. As others suffer, they are drawn to you, and your path becomes theirs. She makes a sweeping gesture. Do you not see them in the eyes of those that have travelled here with you? My companions? What do you mean? Do you wish to explain, Gith? Ravel throws a burning glance at Decon, tempered with a fanged smile. Vows may prove tighter than any chain, no? The manacles of a race once enslaved, now a slave again. Decon is silent, but his blade shifts at Ravel's words. The blade darkens, the edge sharpening until the Karak itself seems to carry a horrible malevolence about it. What's your words, Ravel? The crackling, cackling sorcerer. Ravel's eyes seem to catch Ignis's fire and blaze with his hellish light. An ember of Ravel's once passion he carries, for he cares not what he does, but, mayhap, down inside in the lightless places he is tormented by what he once was afore his passions came upon him. Do my words burn true, O smouldering corpse? And what other torments do your eyes see, Ravel? The chattering skull. Ravel doesn't bother to even look at Mort as if he is beneath her notice. Are the quibs enough of a shield for what lies buried inside your brain box, Why speak truth when lies suffice? Mort, what do you mean, Ravel? The abyssal temptress. Ravel sneers, her yellow fangs piercing her purpled lips as she squints at Fall from Grace. A skin so fair, lips so rich, eyes that might cause you to forget Ravel herself. And yet she suffers, more than any other. When one turns on their nature, many are the torments that arise from such a betrayal. Ravel, Grace replies softly, almost cautiously. I have come to terms with You lie, succubus. Ravel's lips peel back in a snarl. You lie. Do not dare lie to me when your heart is a book to me. Every word you spit screams of your torment. Have a care with your words, Ravel. Enough of this. Ah, Ravel gestures at Anna as if she is for sale upon an auction block. Look upon the feisty tiefling. Such fiery hair and voice. Ravel smiles, baring her rows of yellow teeth. Shall I speak of your torment, tiefling? Anna seems paralyzed, her eyes wide as Ravel turns her black-veined gaze at her. You can see her trembling, her heart beating fast. No, I shall not speak of it. Ravel's voice drops, almost in exhaustion, and the smile fades from her face. Grown tired of cruelties and torments, Ravel has. The world is a jagged enough place. She turns to you, her bloody eyes dimmed, and she sighs. And my precious, precious half-man, for you the greatest torment of all, life forevermore. Can it be life that cares for you as Ravel does? She gnashes her yellow tusk with a horrid clacking noise. One so brave, so passionate, so terribly lost. Sad, sad. Ravel, why did you make me immortal? I must know. A puzzle of bone and skin you were, always intriguing, and the most beloved of all who came to me, petitioning, requesting, pleading. Pleasing? Pleading for help. Ravel stares hard at you, her black-veined embered eyes narrowing. So hard to see past the scars, to dig up the man who once was underneath. Ravel, can you tell me anything about who I once was? A shadow with substance, a seeking that which casts the light. I know you more, and no. Ravel pauses, her eyes dimming. no more than I know the nature of any man. Cross paths have we, a man tainted with undeath, still feeling the pangs of separation, and an old withered crone, now all imprisoned. Crossed paths? Seem it that we are a meeting for the first time? No, not. Ravel seems confused for a moment, then shudders as if throwing off a weight. Not at all. An echo of a future meeting this is, or a past meeting, depending on which way time is facing. So this meeting echoes a meeting in the past? And now and then, very similar? So tangled, the now and then is, both mirrored in each other. Once and again you come afore me with a problem, to challenge me for a solution to an impossibility. Ravel hisses at you and her eyes blaze. Beautiful, ungrateful, beloved man. What was this impossibility I asked you to solve? Ravel doesn't seem to have heard you. She still seems to be in the past, for her eyes dim as if looking far away. Such fire in your eyes, enough to stir a grey lady's heart. Passion to be free, but when freed, the fire in your eyes gutted out. With the separation, your life has shed all meaning, I fear. Ravel smiles with her yellow-fanged, then clicks them together as if laughing. Mayhap you should sit on your hind legs and limp your forepaws. Mayhap Ravel will give you another scrap of knowing. If begging will bring me answers, then I beg you, Ravel, tell me what you know. I need your help in remembering what happened. Ah, a gentled heart now. Ravel's black vein eyes glint, and the corner of her mouth twists upward like a snake. Has life softened you? Ah, but one can hope. Ravel, I have many questions I wish to ask you. Oh, more questions do you have? Ravel croons softly, but there is an edge to it, as if she is reprimanding you. Tch, tch. But you have already asked so many. Ravel's black vein eyes make a curious gleam. The time for my questions is now, half-man. Very well, Ravel. Ask your questions. Know this, and know Ravel's law. If you do not answer my questions, no more of your questions will I answer, my precious man. Step lightly with the answers, or the asking shall tear you apart. Understood. Ask your questions, Ravel. I would know why you travel here with these others. Know not the place where they are traveling to. They chose to walk this path with me. Chose? Ah, a dangerous word. Is it so? Yes. Yes? Ravel throws a black vein glance at Decon, her voice like an arrow. Is it choice, Gith? Is it? Or is it a matter of two skies? Decon's blade bleeds into a vicious dead black, mirroring his eyes, and to your surprise the Karach edge slightly splits into jagged fangs. Ravel, leave him be. I will answer your questions, not them. You think the burning man cares for choice? To burn or not to burn, those are his only choices, and in the end, one choice always wins. But does fire have any desire but to burn? Ravel, you've made your point. Now enough of... Ravel turns to Mort. Skull, skull, skull. Ravel clicks her tongue after each word and her smile widens. Your expression is difficult to read without the skin wrapping, but I feel your fear from here. Coming here was not your choice. Well, I didn't have anything better to do except go into one of the ladies' mazes and meet one of the evilest creatures who ever set foot in Sigil, so I said, sure, why not? Mort, be quiet. Ravel, Be quiet, Mort clacks his teeth. Like the hells I will. I think we've listened to this crone rattle her bone box enough, and now she's got some pair of stones saying I haven't got any skin. So what if I don't? Obviously the fact she has skin has done wonders for her looks. Does she think I like being naked all the time? And another thing, Mort, cut it out. Ravel, look. The succubus, Ravel squints. Did she have a choice? Mayhap in her smooth-skinned mind of soft silks and hard truths. Maybe choice. Tch, but no. A sensate must experience all, and to refuse to come, not a sensate would you be. Still no choice. Ravel, enough of this. The tiefling, the fiery one. Ravel cackles softly, and her eyes kindle as if amused. No choice at all. When you feel instead of think, there is little room for choice. Anna makes no response. Ravel's mere presence seemed to have silenced her. Her tail has stopped flickering, however her eyes have lost their hard edge. Enough of this, Ravel. What other questions did you have? Shh. There will be time enough for you to speak, my precious man. Ravel taps a talon against one of her yellow tusks. This next question. What do you feel for these that have come with you? Do they matter in your heart? She smiles, black veins dancing in her eyes. Or are they tools for your will? I'm going to tell the truth, which is they matter to me. Even the gift? Ravel's ember gaze falls on Decon and slides off to lock with your eyes. Speak what he means to you and say it true, or blanketing my garden will he be. He seems trustworthy enough. He's loyal and fought by my side bravely. Ah. Ravel nods, then she smiles again, her talons tapping against each other. Does that surprise you? What of the skull? Ravel doesn't even bother to look at Mort. Surely he matters not to one such as you, or does he? To be honest, I don't trust him yet. He seems to know much, but he is careful with what he shares. Curious, curiouser, curious her, Ravel smiles. Quite the puzzle box you are shaping up to be. What else lurks in the dark places of your mind? I hide nothing. Ah. Ravel's voice takes on a threatening weight, and she turns to fall from grace, her red eyes blazing. And here is the core of it, the abyssal temptress. Does she rise above the merely carnal to you? Or is she something else in your eyes? Grace says nothing. She seems to be studying Ravel intently. You are suddenly struck with the feeling Grace is sizing up Ravel for weaknesses. Good job, Grace. Ravel turns back to you, clacking her yellow tusk as if in anticipation. Speak, precious man, but have a care where your words fall. I like her. She has many good qualities. I consider her a friend. Ravel slides her gaze off of you and narrows her eyes at Grace. Enough of these games, Ravel. Look. Ravel turns, clacks her tusk, then glances at Anna with a sneer. And what of this slip of flesh? The fiendling, the tiefling with the scarlet hair and the fiery passion. What is she to you, my precious man? I like her company. I consider her my friend. Ravel glances at Anna, then snorts, her black vein eyes gleaming. So be it. Enough of these games, Ravel. Look. My next question is this. Ravel's voice drops, almost whispering, and suddenly you have a strange feeling she does not want to hear the answer. Why did you wait so long to return to me? Ravel grew lonely without you, precious man. The way to this place is difficult, Ravel. Is the way so hard? A hint of a smile plays on the corners of her mouth. Then your visit is precious, and I give thanks. Have you another question for me? Ah, yes. The third and last question is this. As Ravel opens her mouth to speak her final question, you are suddenly gripped with the terrible realization that this final question has murdered many others to whom it has been asked. You know what it is, and you feel it welling up within you, and you feel compelled to ask it. What can change the nature of a man?
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Good job, Decon.
What can change the nature of a man?
I see you have forgotten. Ravel smiles, her yellow fangs gleaming. What is your answer? I mean, let's be real. All of these options could change the nature of a man. But I'm going to go power. And that is your answer? The veins in Ravel's eyes begin to shift slightly, and she gives an evil smile. Be certain before you say. It may not be your answer, but it is my answer. And that is all I wish for, my precious man. Ravel's smile relaxes. A simple answer, and in the end, many are the men I have laid low while they sought my answer. That's it? I thought... Ravel cackles. Countless times has the question been asked, and not once did the pathetic shells who came afore me answer with their answer, but always sought to creep inside my mind and find what I thought. Tch, there is no truth in that. I don't believe you. In fact, I don't think they ever could have answered you true, even if it was true to them. Ravel falls suddenly strangely silent. She is watching you warily. You never cared about any answer other than mine, ever, did you? Yet still you asked the question, knowing that no matter what the answer they gave, they would die by your hand.
Updated my journal.
Ravel hisses. Of course, your answer was the only one I sought, for you were the only reason I asked the question. Did you think I cared for them? Tch. Did you think I even cared a fraction of the amount for them that I care for you, my precious man? Answer me that. I'm through answering your questions, Ravel. Now you'll answer mine. Of course. Ever questions, ever questions. Why did you make me immortal, Ravel? It's what you wanted, seedling, and you asked so sweetly. Now how could Ravel say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution and your challenge to me. My solution, but why? I don't know, seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well, it would seem. Seem? If you remember, tell me. I am a curious myself. It must have been something important. Isn't it in the nature of a man to want to live forever? Only if what lies on the other path carries greater pain. Ravel, this is very important. Do you have any idea why I asked you to do it? Death was a thing you needed to dodge, an easy thing to say, mayhap, but to do it is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution this withered mind could untangle. Yet... lead is not easily a change to gold, but it is possible. Thought the unwise... Unwise? Ravel. If water can be drawn from blood, mortality can be taken from a mortal, peeled back like a sticky film. So you pulled it off? The gulf between man and unman is great. You travelled the distance. I provided the means, but you crossed on your own. Ravel slaps her head and rakes her hands through her hair. Bad, Ravel. Mortals are too flawed to be made to last. Still they break. They must be dragged kicking and screaming into an unhealthy new mold. Unhealthy? So the ritual was flawed. Shortcuts must be made, and they can break the molded, for it is not always the mold that breaks, but the substance poured within it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. I thought the material was of stronger stuff, but you have been broken. But I am mortal, surely that was a success. Yet you have survived long, a mortal one, but you have become the prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands, then reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for a soul, but no one dwells in your hut. What went wrong with the ritual? Puzzle-fleshed, broken, beautiful, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Ravel's brows wrinkle, and her talons pick at her hair, tugging on a lone strand. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but... The ritual gave you what you wanted, but great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, and the pain-taking emptiness. These things are dangerous, are in such a fragile vessel. No matter how strong a mortal man, regret them and the ritual, I do. Casting of shadows. Ungrateful shades, but ungrateful without cause? The shades, they hate you, nameless one, for they are fathered by you, your children, once forsaken. They will never forgive. They will do everything they can to destroy the parent, such is the way of children. How do I father shades, the shadows? You cast shadows on existence, nameless one. With every death a shadow arises, fresh from the fields of your flesh. They wander for a time, but always they return, looking to murder their parent. Such is the way of many offspring. Ravel purses her lips in disapproval, then suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon. And thankless young men such as yourself. Tell me more about this ritual. Okay, the quiet, violent death of the mind. 1,000 deaths, and you recovered from each. Not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased in a hard bone shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that which eats at it from within. Painstaking emptiness. You have a hole where your mortality once lay within your shell. She makes her hand into a fist and shakes it. Rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything with naught but a tiny stone that clatters and clacks in your frame. Despite these problems, it seems like the ritual worked.
Updated my journal.
Do you doubt, Ravel? Of course I delivered on what was promised. Not long after the spell drew to a close, I killed you to see if it had worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight and watched you die, your first of many deaths. Ravel clacks her teeth. Then was I learned in its flaws. What flaws? Ego enwraps us like prison. Forget I did that it oft times serves as a shield. Ravel clicks her tongue. My pretty, pretty thing, there is much wisdom and understanding in the truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal, death. Our life is a means by which we learn how to die. If we forget such things, So that's when you discovered I lost my memories when I died? Yes. Ravel nods. Unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell a body is... So you took my mortality from me. Is it still intact? Ravel seemed surprised, then alarmed. Yes, yes, yes. Fear not for a broken mortality. If you are here... Here talking at me, intact your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot, not be destroyed as long as you exist. You are an anchor of your mortal soul. As long as you are intact, so shall it be. Made to last are you. Ravel smiles and gives a wheezing laugh. For life swallowed you and spit you out. It swallowed him, but I don't know if he came out at that end. Enough of this. Look, Ravel, you took my mortality from me, and it has caused more harm than good. I would take it back now. You have had it overlong, I think. Ah, you make a demand? Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking a disturbing awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No, no, no. That, Ravel, I will not do. What is undone cannot be done. Why not? Ravel cannot give such a thing to you, my precious man, for Ravel has nothing to give. I never possessed you or your mortality, though I wished to keep them both in my garden as selfish affection's keepsakes, trace the patterns of your flesh. But such things Ravel could not bring herself to do. Why not? You loved him. Anna breaks her silence. She sounds astonished. You loved him, you did. Ravel gives a low, wide smile. Is that so hard for you to believe, fiendling? She cackles softly to herself. Does Ravel, being Ravel, and thus a myth, not deserve to carry such a feeling in her black-brambled heart? No creature is undeserving of such a feeling, Ravel. Grace speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. Tch! The past is past, and histories care little for us speaking the truth of it. Ravel frowns, then her voice drops slightly, threatening, as she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes. And now hold your silvered tongue, abyssal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. The man and I shall speak, and you shall bow out of this. I shall attend to you shortly. Enough, Ravel. If you don't have my mortality, where is it? I don't know, sweet thing. But if I were you, I'd get it back quick, quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do to you if they held your mortality for ransom. Ravel clicks her talons together. It would like beholding someone's sweet, succulent soul, a puppet dancing on someone's strings. Would you be, and a most sad puppet too? Too? Know where it is? I do not. Hold a moment. You say you don't know where my mortality is. Do you know someone who does know where it is? Ravel smiles horridly, her tusks gleaming. Clever, clever, clever you are. Yes, there is another who might know the things that Ravel does not. Another may know. Who? Ravel's eyes dim as if she is staring at something in the distance, and her voice slows. A fair-skinned one, must you ask? An angel, a diva, one who soars on the wings of morning, and with his hands is the architect of horizons. He lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. In his knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him your questions, listen to his answers, use them as guides. Where can I find this angel?
Updated my journal.
In a leaving this prison, to another cursed prison will you arrive, though it may not appear as such to casual glances. Step lightly and find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give the dark of the matter. A new path shall open to you. Delightfully cryptic, though not surprising, thanks. Ravel cackles. Of the past I am not held to particulars. You are fortunate to receive anything, O caustic one. Alright, I'm not going to get aggressive with her, so I'm just going to ask other questions, but I don't necessarily want to ask her other questions. Okay, I'm going to say, thank you for the information you have given me, Ravel. I must leave now. Hold. Ravel's voice drops to a low hiss like that of a serpent. The most important question you have yet to ask, my precious man. Has it occurred to you yet? Yes, I need to know how to leave this place. Do you know the answer to this question? I know the branchlings of this place, the twistlings and the bendlings and burrowings. Though there are no leaves here, one may take their leave when they wish to. So you do know how to leave? Wrap your hands around you like branches, make them encircle your chest like a cage. Step from the edge of the maze into the darkness, and into another cage your body shall go. A simple leaving, but there is no return when the final step is taken, so take heed, and take what you need before you take the step. Which of the edges of the maze do I leave by? Which? A question posed to the witch. Which? One of the edges knows, not I. The remembering of which has failed me, and the edges of the maze have had little to say on the matter. You've known how to leave all this time. Then why don't you leave? Why stay when one can leave is your question to me. Ravel breaks into a crooked smile, displaying a row of fangs. I turn the question upon its head and send it scurrying back to you. The answer lies not in the staying or leaving, but in the causes and reasons, my precious half-man. Don't you want to leave? It is a want, a once want, but not now want, and more a not. Naught knotted want. What do I need that lies beyond my brambled walls? It is a cruel, jagged world beyond the edges of this maze, and Ravel has pulled enough of its shards from her skin. Very well. Thank you, Ravel. I must bid you farewell. Ah, so you say. Ravel's voice takes on a strange whisper, very sad, that sends echoes through your mind. One final question do I have for you. Do you wish to leave me, my precious half-man? I do not wish to be trapped in this place, Ravel. It is your home, not mine. No, this. Ravel raises a taloned finger as if warning you. No, it is our home, my precious half-man. 2 immortals shall we be in this black brambled garden, and I shall keep you safe from the plains. I think you know not what you say, Ravel. There is a terrible shimmering in the air around Ravel, and the sound of snapping twigs and crackling tree limbs, and the horrid sound of the trees bending and splintering. Woof! Ravel's lips peel back and her voice becomes shrill like a howling wind. What do you know of knowing, half-man? Know this. Know you will stay here until the end days in my brambled garden, never to leave, and you shall love me as you were meant to, as you promised. I will not, Ravel. Do not threaten me. I will leave this place. I shall not let you leave. I have the power to keep you here, and I shall use it. My black barb maze shall not allow you to travel beyond it while I live, my precious, precious man. Ravel, I don't want to fight you. Don't do this. Allow me passage, and I shall return to visit you. You need not be alone in this place. Return? Return as you claimed you would so long ago? No, no, you shall not lie to Ravel twice. No more centuries will I wait for you. Ravel's lips peel back and her talons seem to grow into fiendish claws. Here in my garden you will stay, and wander the plains you will no longer. Ravel, calm yourself. There's no need for this.
You have forgotten your place, half-man. Humility is in order.
Ravel, don't do this.
Updated my journal.
Grow within me.
Good job, everyone, leveling up. Oh no, Anna, you're no longer hiding in shadows.
Attend me, my pet.
I also think all of our spells have just been undone too, which fantastic. Okay.
Balance in all things. That it is I.
What do you wish of Ignis?
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
What is thy bidding?
Okay, I suddenly couldn't do anything there and I got really worried.
The hollow one can bite.
Okay, have some of my peeps been turned to stone? Is that what's going on here? Okay, we need to get rid of these guys.
Ignis wishes to
Shivers.
Very well.
I had like such grand plans. I was like, yeah, everyone's gonna have all of these cool spells and whatnots, and it all just got destroyed before me.
Yes. What did you
I had to
wish?
wake up from the dead in a place like this.
Yes.
I must be hallucinating all this. One foot in the grave, the other in hell. I wonder what it was I said that made death reject me.
Okay, so we've lost one person.
Ignis hears you.
Here I've been wounded.
Oh no, Grace.
Ah, Grace. Oh, this isn't good at all.
No, it's not. If I have to relive that whole conversation.
What do you wish of Ignis? What is it shall be done?
I had to wake up done. Done.
Okay, I'm mostly just trying to keep away from Ravel.
Damn. Done.
I hear your words. I shall serve.
How may I have a pleasure?
Okay, this has been pretty rough. I mean, I was told,
Yeah.
or at least I've read, she's not actually that difficult, but far out. I was not prepared for this.
I'm listening.
I love that. I just revived a con and he's gone again. Far out, she's uninjured.
Yes. Very well. Yes. How may I help? I'm listening.
I'm hurt.
I'm here.
I must be hallucinating all this. I'm hurt.
Damn it.
I'm hurt. One foot in the grave, the other in hell.
Yes. What did you wish?
So is it a case of now we're going to have to take on
I
shadows?
wonder what it was I said that made death reject me.
That was rough. We're going to have to spend some time recuperating.